Well, credit to Colorado State. They're a terrific team. I thought just foul trouble, it was really, really hard. They made 18 free throws to our 4, which was obviously challenging. And we didn't do a great job defensively of rebounding the ball at the beginning of the second half. I thought first half we were really good. I thought second part of the second half we were good, but didn't set the tone coming out of the locker room defensively like we needed to. So, terrific team. We will humbly watch it, see where we can get better, and get ready for Saturday night.
It seemed like you guys were having success in the paint early on, especially. I don't know how much of that you guys went away from out of foul trouble, out of guards just taking shots. It seemed like you went away from it, and I'm curious why.
It wasn't by my design. I think it was just throughout the course of the game. I thought ball screens, dives to JT were really, really good. We needed to certainly get towards that basket a little bit more. So I'm not sure specifically. I can assure you it wasn't me telling him to do it.
Coach, Jalen's foul trouble really had an impact on the game.
Yeah.
And he's one of these emotional guys. I'm sure when he comes out, you almost have to calm him down a little bit. But how big of an impact was that?
Yeah, it hurt. When he's on the court, we're obviously a lot better. But, he got picked up that 4th foul that really, really hurt us. So he's got to find a way to defend without fouling.
Coach, I know there's no moral victories, but the fact that you haven't seen maybe this lineup all season, is it kind of encouraging that it's coming together at least?
Well, I mean, it's not encouraging because we lost. I think the more time they can all work together, and this is the first game since Texas Southern we've had everybody available. So hopefully, knock on wood, and injuries are going to happen with every team. We can continue to work on it and get better and have a little bit more chemistry moving forward.
As far as the chemistry goes, 3 guards for the first time since the opener. I know they did play for 8 minutes, but what how would you assess the 3 guards and how they played together and how everyone played around them?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be kind of a work in progress to get back to gelling like that. True didn't play a lot. He was throwing up in the second half, so he's still kind of probably got a little bit of sickness from what he had before. So we got to just continue to work on when you have guys that can score, of playing the right way offensively as well as defensively. We took a step back, but also they're a terrific offensive team. That's got something to do with it as well.
Looked like they were ready for Mass, too. He did not get the mid-range shot that he usually gets. Did you see anything defensively?
I thought they were really loading up on him, and they were in the gaps, as we like to say. And when you commit 2 to the ball, you got to kick it out and get somebody else a shot. They were really playing to that. And I think Mash will see it on the film and learn from it.
Mustafa played a lot of minutes at the 5. I imagine that wasn't by design either. That had to do foul trouble, I would think. But Patrick Cartier seemed to have a lot of his at the rim buckets anyway when Mustafa was trying to guard him.
It's hard, yep. It's hard. I mean, it's, with Nelly in the foul trouble, JT was a little bit fatigued. We've been working on Mustafa a little bit at the 5, playing him 4-5 a little bit. Cartier, though, too, you got to give him credit, made some really good moves.
Was Sebastian?
He's available. Yeah.
Lobo fans probably going to be fatalistic about the first loss of the season. Roof's caving in, but I would imagine this is just one of these things you go back.
Yeah, that's not my mindset. So, we're sitting at 12-2 after 14 games. Colorado State's a terrific team. We're going to watch the film, learn from it, and grow.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we had some good moments for sure. I think we just got to continue to build that chemistry. This is our first game, like you said, of just all us being together. And it's a learning process. Everybody's trying to find their own rhythm. And we got a lot of offensively talented guys that can get their shot anytime they want. So when that kind of happens on the team, you just got to kind of try to find a balance and a rhythm flow. And that's what we're trying to find right now. And we're just going to go back to the drawing board, go back to practice, and just work on it.
You guys did have some success early on, especially going JT, Nelly at the rim. Did they take that away? Did you guys go away from it? How would you assess kind of why that kind of didn't continue, I guess, after the early start?
That's a good question. I think we'd have to look back on the film and kind of reassess that, honestly. I think the game flow and just how they were guarding, may have done something with that. But I'd have to go back to the film and kind of see what that's about.
You guys are down 17, cut to 6. What went right during that stretch? And what can you take away from that and maybe catapult you on?
Yeah, our defensive intensity and just communication with each other. That's important for us. And, once we stop communicating and stop being intense on defense and making the second effort and helping the other dude, that's when we get ourselves in trouble. So if we can continue to keep that defensive intensity throughout 40 minutes in the game, then we'll be just fine. Yeah.
And Jalen, foul trouble really had an impact on the game, too. I mean, what's that like for you guys on the floor when Hey, he's that stick-to defender.
It's tough. It's tough. I mean, when he gets those early fouls and he gets out of rhythm and he's such a defensive intensity guy. So he's gonna heat up the ball and make it a pressure for a guy like Stevens, who's a great player. So it puts us in a bind. But I mean, he was able to get back in the game, not foul out. But yeah, that's tough. I mean, it's tough when you got a great defensive player out of the game like that.
How do you feel health-wise? It's only the second game back. Do you feel?
I feel all right. I feel good. I still got to get a rhythm back. I still got to do treatment on this thumb. Just make sure it's ready and able. I've never dealt with an injury like this before. I've been out through the period that I've been out before in my career. So this is all new for me. This is all a learning process for me. So I'm just taking it day by day. Just seeing what I can do day by day to continue to get better.
There were some your typical mid-range shots that I saw you pass on. Were they kind of loading up on the mid-range shot, or was there any hesitation from you shooting them?
I'm gonna be honest. It was me. It was all me. I mean, I think it's the second game back, and just basketball is all about a rhythm. And I think in the beginning of the season when I was trying to play through the injury, there was just no rhythm for me, and I think y'all could see that. But it's just all about finding a rhythm back. I haven't gotten up and down in a long time, so it'll all come back for me, in due time. So.
You have a chance to talk to Javante at all before the game?
A little bit. It's all love. It's all love with me and him. You know what I'm saying? And with the whole team, man. I mean, that's a great guy. He was a great dude when he was here. So we still talk a little bit to this day. So he's good. He's good. Yeah, little words.
I noticed you stripped him. He had one turnover. Did you read that play? Did you see that?
I've been going up against it in practice. I know what move he likes to get to. So he knows the moves I like to get to. But that's my guy, and I wish him well.
One more quick one on them. They are ranked 13th in the country. They are, I guess, considered the favorites right now in this Mountain West Conference. I know a lot of games left to play, but were they what you expected them to be?
Definitely. I mean, even from last year, they're so well coached. They run so many sets. And Stevens with the ball in his hands, he's tremendous. So, if we're not loading up on him and making him make tough shots and take tough shots, it could be a long night for any given team in this conference. But they're a well-oiled team, and we're going to see them again, and they're going to get our best shot.